What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell it is going down. Just by that title alone, guys, you're definitely going to want to see this one. It's got those ladies on the set of ABC's The View back at it again, guys, with the hate, all the hypocrisy. You know, someone has to be the one to call them out. Just so happens to be me, and I'm excited to get right into it. So we're not straight into it, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Before we get into it, you guys, hit that like button, also hit that subscribe button for your boy. And without further ado, let's get straight into it, you guys. Check this one out.
His former First Lady, Michelle Obama. Michelle's rep issued a statement. Michelle's rep issued a statement confirming that the former president will attend, but not the First Lady. Is she right or wrong?
Yes, Lord, she is so right. She is so right.
Look at Sunny already with the hate, guys. She's so behind it, so with it.
She gave us that when they go low, you know, we must go high.
She changed that one.
And I think she's changed her tune. I think when they go low, you have to meet that energy and perhaps go even lower, become small like an ant and go to the earth's crust. And what I will say is,
not cross
yeah. Well, what I will say is, she said that she did not enjoy Trump's 2017 inauguration because there was no diversity, there was no color on that stage. She said there was no reflection of the.
Here we go. Like, I mean, didn't Snoop Dogg just announce that he was coming at, you know, Trump's inauguration? It doesn't make sense to me why they always try to do the race card, though, bring race and color into it. You know, it's a beautiful ceremony. It's a beautiful inauguration. They're just trying to put that wedge, you know, by Michelle Obama sitting this one out, showing the Dems that, hey, we're still not on board with Trump's presidency. This isn't going to get us anywhere, though. This isn't going to, you know, bring any resolution for the true conflict, the crisis, the problems that we're seeing across our nation. We need to unite, not divide. They're trying to divide us based off color. We're more alike than we are different. It's crazy.
There was no diversity. There was no color on that stage. She said there was no reflection of the broader sense of what America looks like. And many people took pictures of her, and she just wasn't in a good mood. But I want to show a clip of what she said at the DNC, which I really think hits home.
For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hardworking, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black.
Again, it's all they can do. You know, they throw black into it to try to get all these folks on the left on board. It's like their, you know, their key word for how they, you know, gaslight, brainwash all these folks to get them like racially motivated in order to get on their side. I don't think that that's working anymore, though. To be honest, we've seen our nation speak up November 5th, and all this, you know, race mongering, fear mongering has shown that it's not working. It doesn't have that same effect that it used to. So they can keep doing it, but like I said, it's not going to work for much longer.
Yeah, and I think when you see that, you understand why she wouldn't go.
So I have no problem with Michelle Obama not going. I think that it's critical that all former presidents and vice presidents attend. I think it signals to the world that despite a very tumultuous political season, that America moves forward and we're going to have a safe and secure transfer of power, despite Donald Trump in 2020 and what he did after January 6th. But I think as spouse, she served her time. I don't think that she's obligated to be there. But it was also reported that Nancy Pelosi isn't attending. And I think it's a missed opportunity for two reasons. I think that
Nancy Pelosi trying to dodge jail. She's trying to keep her face out the media, away from the scene, so people just forget about her. We ain't forgot about you, Nancy. We're going to investigate you too. Don't hide.
Showing that the country is still going to move forward, even if the person you didn't want to win wins, even if you have grave concerns about who they are. But also, she is still a leader among Democrats. She's a sitting lawmaker, and while she's not speaker, she's speaker emeritus. I think it's kind of signaling almost Democrats retreating when there is something powerful to showing up and saying, we're here, we're going to sit here, listen to him take the oath of office, be sworn in, but we also exist. There's also a counter and an alternative here. To me, that just feels like an odd missed opportunity.
Why do they get that, though, Alyssa, when Trump himself didn't go to the inauguration of Biden?
Because I think you have to be bigger.
Yeah,
I was just going to say, I don't actually believe in going to the Earth's crust, or we all end up in the Earth's crust.
I was going to say, it's kind of like, as a parent, I always say, we do not let the worst example among us set the bar for us. We do better when when we know how to do better. And so for me, I don't mind Michelle Obama not attending. Again, their family has given so much to this country. They have done so much that at this point, the tradition is the people that were in office, the presidents, the vice presidents, the senators. I don't care what Donald Trump does. I will not stop fighting. And if we think what Donald Trump is, and none of us here voted for him, if we think he is all those things we said, then you continue to do your job harder. You show up. You do the things. Like the fact that she is Speaker Emeritus, you're right. You do not say, well, they did it first. That sounds like, again, preschooler.
So
you say,
And right there, it just shows you exactly how negative, how nasty and petty these folks on the left will get in order to, they think they're getting back at Donald Trump, when in all actuality, the reality of the situation is it doesn't affect any of us. If Michelle doesn't come, Nancy doesn't come, we don't care. We're still coming after you, Nancy, because we're still coming to see what's going on there, doing a little investigation into you and your husband, your insider trading, and also, the whole J6 committee. I'm excited to see what's going on there. These folks, these bad actors, they can keep trying to, do these stunts against Donald Trump, but it's all going to backfire on them. In the end, the pettiness, the cattiness, I don't see a need for it.
right. You do not say, well, they did it first. That sounds like, again, preschooler.
Can I say something about Nancy Pelosi? And I can't believe I'm defending her because I'm like with Jill Biden on this one. But she's 84 years old. She just fell head first and broke her hip when she was on a Codell in Europe. She fell off some marble steps. She's on a walker. The inauguration is outdoors. It's going to be in the teens.
Yeah, if she gives that statement, because Barbara Bush and HW, Barbara Bush and HW did that the first Trump inauguration. They were both aging and said, we can't safely be there. Our doctors said we couldn't. That's a totally legitimate reason.
What bothers me is the capitulation that's going on everywhere. I mean, at this point, Michelle, Nancy, Kamala, and Karen Pence are standing up against Trump. The men are folding like cheap suits.
It's the women. It's just
the
like
women.
And by the way,
I agree. I just want to say, this is not a normal inauguration. No. This is not a normal person.
Why not?
He's a convicted felon. Why do they go?
I'm trying to figure it out, guys. Why will they not give that arrest at this point? We have seen that was all, a blatant, lawfare attempt. It wasn't even an attempt. They got at this guy. No real sentencing. You didn't see any, I don't feel like any punishment was really thrown down the line, except for this guy got slapped with that label as of a convicted felon after the sentencing, unconditional discharge from Judge Juan Merchan. And that's going to get appealed as well. And I don't think that will, stick to Donald Trump's name. But Joy Behar, they won't give that arrest. This is what Judge Juan Merchan, he, gave that sentencing for. Literally that. So they could call this guy a convicted felon. This isn't a normal presidency. This isn't a normal inauguration. I'm trying to really figure it out, guys. He earned this. He won this. The nation spoke.
No. This is not a normal person. Right. He's a convicted felon. Why do they go as if this is a normal inauguration? It's not.
Because the weakness it presents to the friggin' globe when you have presidents that say, just because of this, we're not going to, America voted.
America voted. Come on now. Even Sarah Haynes, no, and that's what, when Sarah spoke earlier and said everyone at this table voted for Trump, I feel like she was trying to get the heat off for herself, because I've had a sneaky suspicion these last couple of weeks, her and that Alyssa Farrah Griffin might have actually voted for Trump with the takes that they've been given.
Trump happened when the American public went out and voted and picked him.
Let me say this about Michelle.
Voted also.
I think Michelle Obama is living her best life, and I think she has learned to put herself first and put her mental health first.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of Americans who feel exactly the same way. Yes. Which is why news viewership and things like that have gone down dramatically, because people are checking out. I think Michelle Obama sat there.
The reason why news viewership, legacy media viewership, the View viewership is going down is because folks are turning towards independent journalists, content creators like myself, Reckless, A-Dog, Benny Johnson, folks that are actually going to give you that raw, that uncut, unfiltered news. We're going to give it to you straight. We're not going to, put a spin to it. I'm going to play the clip, let y'all see exactly what's happening. Whereas here, you see what these ladies do. You get up there and you try to tell the truth, get a fact out. They're going to come at you. They're going to come for your throat every single time. And that's why folks are turning their back on, this used to be legacy media was pop, and this was what everyone else relied on, in order to get their news. But now it's just so unreliable that no one's watching it.
have gone down dramatically because people are checking out. I think Michelle Obama sat there, did her job when she was the outgoing First Lady. When she was the outgoing First Lady, she had the Trumps to the White House. She was nice. She played nice. She went to the inaugural. She sat through that insane speech about American carnage. All her pictures are like, what am I listening to? So I think this time she's saying, boo, been there, done that. You're solo on this. I'm out. I'm going to do what's best for my mental health. And I think she's fine to do that, you know? And by the way, and I think every American who wants to do that, if watching the inaugural is going to be bad for your mental health, then go do something that's going to be good for your mental health.
But I just want to add to what you said.
That just shows you how much they are bothered. If this is getting to, like, if the shoe was on the other foot, you know, and Kamala had somehow pulled it off, I'm gonna tell you right now, watching the inauguration, watching her being sworn in would not have done a thing to our mental health. It just shows you these left-wing loonies are really lost.
Joy, it's not about taking your ball and going home. It's not about being childish. It's about normalizing a man who refuses to do the normal things that presidents do. And he is going to continue to do that. And I think that it is perfectly appropriate, if he felt it was perfectly appropriate, to skip his successors, rightful successors' inauguration. Also, he thought it was appropriate to keep that successor from coming to the White House and receiving him from the White House. Why does he?
Oh my, I can't. That's why folks are tuning out right there. You're just lying. The blatant lies. Keeping his successor for coming into the White House. What are you on about right now, Sonny? It makes no sense.
Coming to the White House and receiving him from the White House. Why does he get to be congratulated? Why do the norms apply to him?
The guy won the freaking election, Sonny. The nation spoke. This is why the guy is getting congratulated. This is why the guy is getting sworn in. This isn't just something that Trump forced his way into, guys. We woke up. Folks across the nation woke up. Even those on the left were saying coming over because they could see what was happening to Donald Trump. You know, the amount of trials, tribulation this dude was facing. It made no sense. And it was all because this guy was running for that seat in the White House. And we're getting exactly what we asked for at this point.
To be congratulated. Why do the norms apply to him?
But the point remains that 75 million Americans voted for Trump. That is the normalization. Nancy Pelosi's attendance or lack of attendance is not what is going to normalize him. And I think the sooner that we wake up to the fact that the governing reality, the world we exist in next week, is Donald Trump as president, and Democrats still have powers. There's still things they can do in Congress. There are still things they can be engaged on. But that's I guess take your phone and go home.
They know they're done. You hear them, guys. Big fight breaking out. We can see that everyone is up in arms about Donald Trump at this point. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to do this, guys. They can't keep their sanity. You can see it's truly getting to their mental.
Baloney.
But I guess take your phone and go home.
Can I ask something? Has Nancy Pelosi said, I'm not going because I think he's a convicted felon and I don't want to be part of normalizing this oath? Or has she just said, I'm not going?
No, but she also didn't say it's because I'm too
so then
old.
We are
because
assuming that she's not going for that. But
you're assuming for thinking that she's too old to go and she's got her broke hip, but I just seen her on the freaking Senate floor not too long ago. I mean, with the wheeler, the walker. It just doesn't make sense to me.
We are assuming that she's not
We're all
going
assuming, I guess.
Why we know that she's 84 years old with a broken hip and doesn't want to go sit in 15-degree weather?
We're speaking about not attending in general.
But also, she's old enough to be a leader in Congress. I think she's old enough to put on a coat and attend the inauguration if there's not a medical reason she can't.
She didn't give a reason.
She didn't give a reason.
With that.
It seems to me that over every step of the way, he's been let go. Merrick Garland postponed the thing. Every time you turn around, they didn't impeach him, and now we're going to inaugurate him. This is where we've come.
Jordan Behar really thinks that Merrick Garland let him go? The pushy prosecutor, that strong-arm prosecutor, Jack Smith, supposed special counsel Jack Smith, almost got the whole ship almost sank behind that. And Joy Behar saying they just let him go. No, they ran for the hills once they seen Donald Trump on November 5th, the landslide victory. Let's be real with ourselves.
They didn't impeach him, and now we're going to inaugurate him. This is where we've come because people had turned their eyes away
Because
from
they've normalized him.
what he is
Well, I
really
mean, he lost an
representing.
election.
The
He
man
won an election.
It is not a normal election. Stop treating like it is. It's not.
It is a normal election. It was a safe, fair, and legal election. The
Yeah,
fact
but you know,
that
75 million people. I think there's like 300 million people in
but
this
people
country.
chose not to vote. This is a fascinating stat. Hear this. 18 million people who voted for Joe Biden in 2020 sat out this election. There were reasons they didn't vote for Trump. There were reasons people said, I don't want either of these options. So it's not just that Donald Trump won, also Democrats lost. Kamala Harris lost. Joe Biden lost. Like, that's the reality.
More people voted for Joe Biden in 2020, and Donald Trump refused to go. So 82 million
And they
people
peeled
didn't
off
count.
and didn't vote.
Oh my goodness. That right there just shows these ladies are so lost. They won't accept it. We got Alyssa Fair Griffin trying to offer up, Sarah Haynes trying to offer up a little bit of reality, a little bit of fact for these ladies, and they refuse it. They refuse it on every single corner, every single turn. It's sad to see. You know, that is blatant Trump derangement syndrome one-on-one we're seeing on display. This guy won the election. Joy Behar is still trying to figure out why Merrick Garland didn't throw Donald Trump in jail, why he didn't continue with the charades that he was pulling, him and that Jack Smith. We all know exactly why nothing came of all those cases, and it's because Donald Trump won that seat. They were just trying to get in between him and that seat at the White House, and they all failed miserably. These ladies just don't seem to understand that, guys. But definitely hop in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. I also want to take this time to give a huge shout out and a thank you to everyone who made it this far. Really does help the channel tons and tons and tons, especially when you see YouTube censoring conservative viewpoints more and more as the day goes on. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I definitely do want to give a huge thanks, a shout out to all you folks who do come support your boy Retro day in, day out. Also make sure you guys, before you go, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you did enjoy more content like this, catch you guys on the next one. We got it.